In this video, we take the best quotes from Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not the kind of person who tries to be cool or trendy. I'm definitely an individual. If you can do what you do best and be happy, you're further along in life than most people. Raising awareness on the most pressing environmental issues of our time is more important than ever. I think I will always feel like an outsider. I certainly don't eat raw bison liver on a regular basis. Everywhere I go, somebody is staring at me. I don't know if people are staring because they recognize me or because they think I'm a weirdo. If you have the ability to convince somebody of something that you don't necessarily think is the case, it's a valuable asset. Not that I'm, like, a pathological liar, but we spend most of the day not fully being honest, you know? My career should adapt to me. Fame is like a VIP pass wherever you want to go. I play fictitious characters, often solving fictitious problems. I believe mankind has looked at climate change in the same way, as if it were a fiction. I've been a pretty lucky man. I don't ask other actors questions. I think that's too intrusive. I just watch. I don't want to be constricted to an idea of what acting is by anyone else. I want to take my own education. With Romeo and Juliet, you're talking about two people who meet one night and get married the same night. I believe in love at first sight, but it hasn't happened to me yet. The good thing about acting is that it always keeps you on your toes. It's not like any other job where you can go in and do the same thing as yesterday. I don't see why I can't have friends of both sexes without wild rumors being circulated. It's crazy. I like to be able to play a character and act out a lot of things which I can't or don't do in my normal everyday life. The first kiss I had was the most disgusting thing in my life. The girl injected about a pound of saliva into my mouth, and when I walked away I had to spit it all out. My dad's probably one of the kindest people in the world. When I was younger, that's not how I was. I was a little spoiled brat. If I want to go to a party with a few male friends, it doesn't mean I'm gay. Brothers don't necessarily have to say anything to each other. They can sit in a room and be together and just be completely comfortable with each other. Drugs? Everyone has a choice and I choose not to do drugs. I've managed to keep a clear head and remain sane in this business because I remain a kid off camera. Considering all that's happened in my life, I feel like I'm a pretty level-headed person that has remained happy and not let my shortcomings overtake the better part of me. I'm fulfilling the things I wanted to fulfill, and I'm still sane. I'm probably not going to get married unless I live with somebody for 10 or 20 years. But these people, Romeo and Juliet, took a chance and they did it. We don't have the balls that Romeo did. My mother is a walking miracle. To believe in love, to be ready to give up anything for it, to be willing to risk your life for it, is the ultimate tragedy. I've never been Romeo who meets a girl and falls for her immediately. It's been a much slower process for me each time I've gone into a relationship. My mom, Ermeline, taught me the value of life. Her own life was saved by my grandmother during World War II. I just really love doing what I do. I know every career is fleeting, and there will be time periods when I don't get the opportunities that I'm getting right now, so I am taking advantage of them. I want to be a jerk like the rest of my friends and have fun and not care about the consequences, but I just can't now. I'm just starting to scratch the surface of what really makes me happy, and it's taken me a while to admit that acting like a little child and being a jerk and a punk is fun. Money was always on my mind when I was growing up, so I was always wondering how we were going to afford this and that. Acting seemed to be a shortcut out of the mess. I really hate relaxing. I've done 3 movies in a row, worked for 2 years straight, and to me, idle time is the devil's workshop. I like to focus on something. Women have been the most persecuted people throughout all of recorded history, more than any race or religion. I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't. It's terrible. I go in there and I learn how to be like the character and do the best I can, and that's all I really do. School, I never truly got the knack of. I could never focus on things I didn't want to learn. Don't think for a moment that I'm really like any of the characters I've played. I'm not. That's why it's called acting. I prefer ordinary girls, you know, college students, waitresses, that sort of thing. Most of the girls I go out with are just good friends. Just because I go out to the cinema with a girl, it doesn't mean we are dating. When a role for a young guy is being offered to me, I think of River Phoenix. It feels like a loss. I get a friend to travel with me. I need somebody to bring me back to who I am. It's hard to be alone. I've always been a slow starter. My first date was with a girl called Ceci. We had a beautiful relationship over the phone all summer, and then when we met, I couldn't look her in the eye. Portraying emotionally ill characters gives me the chance to really act. Meryl Streep does things I would never have thought possible. Her presence on screen is outstanding. I didn't know what types of movies I wanted to do. I want to do things that are different. I want to take my time with each role. To be honest, I'm not really prepared to do a musical, simply because I think I have a pretty atrocious voice. I've never done drugs. That's because I saw this stuff literally every day when I was 3 or 4 years old. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing all the hype that's written about you. Who knows? In a couple of years, you might find me in the loony bin,